Hey guys, what's up? Happy Friday. So for this Fitness Friday Q&A, I actually want to talk a little bit about something that I get asked about a lot, and that's supplements. And when I say supplements, that can mean anything from, pills, vitamins, different things like that, to whey proteins, pre-workouts, fat burners. You name it, you can buy it, and it's going to promise you that it's going to do whatever. My personal stance on most supplements is that they are a waste of money. Let me just make it clear that I have used supplements in the past. I've used fat burners. I've used L-carnitine, which is supposed to help your body release fat for energy. So it's supposed to help you burn fat, essentially. Your body actually makes L-carnitine within itself. And the idea is if you take added supplementation of L-carnitine, that it will increase your fat burning. I did that before my first fitness competition. And, I was burning fat, but I was doing a lot of other things too. So whether or not I think that contributed to it, I don't know. But I will tell you that I've read studies and they've researched it and found that your body makes enough L-carnitine on its own, and adding supplementation isn't going to increase how much your body releases fat. It just, frankly, research shows it doesn't work. I do use whey protein and casein protein. I've backed off of that a lot recently. In the past couple weeks, I've been trying to use less, not having them every day. There's a couple reasons for that. One is because I find digestively for me, I felt that I feel better when I don't. Part of that is because the body tech that I'm using does have an artificial sugar called sucralose in it, and those artificial sugars are hard on the digestive system. For me personally, there's evidence that they are for other people as well, but that's something that you have to figure out on your own. I still use them, and here's why. Whey protein, is that it is a protein. It's broken down, it does do all the things that it says it does. Real whole food is optimal. That's always going to be my stance. What I found was I was using it post-workout, the whey, with oats or with rice or, with another carb. And it was not satiating to me. And part of that is because it's already broken down. And that's so it can be very rapidly absorbed. So it serves a purpose absolutely after a hard training session to go right in and start repairing your muscles. But I was using it as a meal and then not eating again for several hours, and I was hungry. So I replaced it with lean chicken breasts. And, it serves the same function. Lean chicken breast also has full amino acids, complete proteins that go to your muscles in the same way, probably not as quickly because the stomach does have to break them down, but research shows that that's not going to be detrimental to any kind of muscle repair or gains. And I was able to, I wasn't feeling hungry again so soon after eating. It keeps me fuller longer when I eat real food, and that's just because of the digestive process. I think whey protein is great to have as a supplement for convenience in those times when you're going to, have a long period of time before you can eat, or you're on the go for traveling. I mean, it is very convenient, but I encourage you to try to find optimal, real whole food sources first, and then go to the protein second. The casein protein, I'm still using at night because it mimics a dessert. It's chocolate. I'm not having it every night. I'm trying to work that in, and I'm trying to have maybe a half a scoop and not a whole, just because it, like I said, digestively, how it affects me. But that is the same exact thing. If you can have a whole food, that's going to be better. I know for me, macro-wise, it can be tricky because if I am at the end of the day, I probably maybe already passed or high on my carbs and my fats, so I'm looking for just a protein source, and that's when I will look for that casein because it's very low in carb and very low in fat. Beyond that, right now, I take a probiotic, I take a multivitamin, and I take omegas, fish oil, and that's it. Pre-workouts I have used. My personal experience with pre-workouts, I'm going to be 100% honest, is that they don't work. I don't feel much of anything from them. And I often wonder, if you do, perhaps they affect you in a different way. I mean, I'm not even very affected by caffeine, to be honest. It takes a lot of coffee to wire me up. I can have a cup of coffee. I had a cup of coffee, last Saturday night at 8 or 9 o'clock at night, and I'm in bed at 10. It doesn't keep me up. I just am not highly affected by those things, so perhaps that's part of it. But I also wonder sometimes with a pre-workout or a fat burner, how much of that is mental for the person who's taking it. And I'm not here to tell you that it doesn't work for you. If you think it works for you, then great. I'm here to tell you that the research shows that those things don't necessarily give you any kind of an edge in your training, and they are made with artificial substances. They are chemical. I speak out a lot against processed foods. And what is the difference with a processed food and a pre-workout? Very little. They're artificial man-made substances. And what are you really putting into your body? It became, to me, when I started focusing on nutrient timing of food, so eating the right macronutrient balance pre and post workout, and planning my meals throughout the day, and figuring out for me, if I eat at this time, when is my energy best? Sometimes if I eat too close to or too far in advance of a workout, that really affects my energy levels. So I had to kind of just figure out for me what works and when I'm going to have the best results. And I use food. I just don't see the sense in spending the money on something that, who knows if it even really works. Fat burners and thermogenics, sure, there's something to that. I mean, if you've ever taken them and you kind of feel the increase in the pulse and those kinds of things, but is that worth it? What is it doing to your body? Should you ever be putting something in your body that makes your heart race? For me, the answer is no. It's not worth it to me. I'd rather do it healthy. I'd rather take it slowly. I don't advise clients to use those kinds of things. Just because I'm about caring for my body. And I feel like if I'm working out and I'm trying to eat right in every other aspect, then it doesn't make sense to me to then take something that could be harmful because I think it's going to accelerate my progress. I mean, the truth is there's no magic pill. All of these things that they sell, they're just a way for you to perhaps think or feel that you're able to take something that's going to accelerate your results or make your results better. And there just is no substitute for training hard, being consistent, and eating well. That's unfortunately just the way it is. There's no amount of money in the world that can buy you progress. You have to do the work. So I just encourage you to do your research. Hi, Brady. The dog's back there. I encourage you to do your research. Figure out what's right for you and try not to listen to everything you see and hear out there. Keep in mind that most of the people who are in the industry and saying they use X and Y products are often sponsored by them and they're getting paid for that. So, full disclosure there, whether or not they make that clear. Some people truly believe these things work for them, and maybe that's true, and, that doesn't mean it's right for you, but, do your own research. I always caution anyone who's working through someone in the business who's promising you weight loss or results or whatever it is by purchasing from them a product that is not service and knowledge based. And by that I mean, sign up for my program and you have to buy these meal bars, or you have to have these shakes, or you have to take these, supplements. Just because the research shows that the best method is exercise, consistency, healthful, whole food. And frankly, so much of your body and results is going to be dictated by genetics first and everything else second. So that's the sad truth, and that's not to say you're not going to be able to get results or you're not going to be able to achieve what you want, but it's going to take time, and due to your genetics, whatever your goal is going to dictate that length of time, and that's just fact. I'm not here to denigrate anybody out there who's doing their thing, but proceed with caution and put your health first. So that's where I'm at on supplements and supplementation, and I've chosen what's right for me. I just encourage you to do the same, and always try to think of what's right for you and caring for your body first, and there's no magic pill. Sorry. Have a great weekend. See you guys next time.